What's up guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, I'm back with another monster analysis. Today we have Primerion Unimate, which is the newest ancestral monster. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know if this monster is actually worth investing in. So we're gonna go ahead and do a full analysis, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know if this monster is good, like I said. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, you should drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, it's gonna get started. Okay, so this was posted by the Monstergen's community manager of the game. So here's the thing, we're gonna go ahead and quickly watch this short video, and this was posted by them. So let's go ahead and watch it real quick. It says, "Attention, Monster Masters, meet the new ancestor." And hold on. Okay, so obviously we gotta take a look at the traits. I mean, I've already seen it in the game, but I just want to kind of go over it again. We have basically immune to hardened. Hardened becomes tough. Tough becomes bulwark. So basically when you get to ring 3, you only have one trait because they don't stack up. They just all become one, which is bulwark. And then ring 4, you have immune to blind. And I think that's actually area. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's actually area. And then ring 5, you have antivirus to all enemies, to all enemy monsters. So this monster is part of the mechanical books, obviously. And then all these other ones. It is 2 elements, as you guys could see. And it just says play now. So that is the monster right there, guys, and I think that is his ultimate form. Now when this monster was first leaked, I actually thought that this is what the monster actually looked like. When I was looking at it in the monstergram, like you see the black, all black, I thought that's what the monster actually looked like, or at least like the ultimate form, one of the two. But then this came out of nowhere and I'm like, I really like the old version more. Anyways guys, like I said, this was actually posted by the community manager. If you guys want to go ahead and take a second, pause the screen and basically read all of this, you can go ahead and do that. This is basically the lore for this monster. But you know us, we like to get into the skills straight away, so let's go ahead and get into this, guys. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and zoom out a little bit just so you guys can actually see the life up there. So the life is 581,485 altogether, and then you get 22,880 power and 15,840 speed. So overall stats not bad. I actually like the traits as well. And then I want to obviously talk about the elements, which is metal and light. Those two aren't actually that bad. It's actually good. The only one kind of being a little bit bad is metal because of magic. Magic's kind of meta right now. But honestly, for the most part, you'll be fine. And then we have relics, Essen, and amulet. Now, those two, I would say they're good, except obviously Essen can be blocked by resurrection. If the enemy has a resurrection block, then this can actually get countered. Now, the books, we have citizens, mechanical, elementals. Let's get into the skills straight away, guys. Okay, let's not wait anymore and get into the skills straight away. So take a look at this, guys. We have basic attacks, defensive program, which activates cooldown on all enemies. It's a 0 cooldown, obviously 0 damage, and 22 stamina cost. So even the first skill costs stamina. I have a feeling that the remaining skills, they're all gonna cost stamina. I don't think this monster is gonna have any 0 cooldown skills, or sorry, not 0 cooldown, 0 stamina cost. Then we have restores all cooldown on one ally. That's also 30 stamina cost, 0 cooldown. We do have time stop to all enemies, requires cooldown, so that's 36 stamina cost. And then balancing boost, which gives 1 extra turn to one ally, requires cooldown. Okay, 1 extra turn to anybody you want. Oh, well, that's actually not bad. I like a turn transfer. So yeah, you can basically turn transfer to whoever you want, and then you have loop damage, which is a skill mirror to all allies, requires cooldown. You have restoring all cooldown on all allies. That's also 1 turn cooldown, 36 stamina cost. Time machine applies baby reversion to one enemy, gives 1 extra turn to itself. So tier 3 and 4, guys, this is where it's gonna get a little spicy. This is where we're gonna see those good skills, guys. Okay, the better skills, I should say, not good but better skills. So yeah, like I said, baby reversion to one enemy gives itself 1 extra turn. Then you have cooldowns activated, which again, that's actually a reference to Primerion, if I'm not mistaken, because Primerion has that same exact skill name. And you know what's crazy? I just noticed Time Machine, I'm pretty sure, is also from that monster. And then loop damage as well, which applies skill mirrors to everybody. That's so funny. They literally copy and pasted. Oh, even cooldowns deactivated. Cooldowns deactivated is also... Okay, so these 4 right here that you see, tier 2 and 3, the skill names, those are all from Primerion, guys. Like the Primerion legendary monster, go check it in game for yourself if you don't believe me. Anyways, so Time Machine, it's a baby reversion, gives itself an extra turn. Then you have cooldown activation, which is an AoE CDA. You know, it's crazy, not just the skill name, but also the actual skills is also copy and paste as well. And then you have enforcement support, which removes evasion from all enemies, CDA to everybody. And then you have time stop to all enemies, applies nanovirus to all enemies, skill mirror to all allies, restores all cooldown on all allies, and then removes control immunity from one enemy, applies a mega time stop to one enemy, requires cooldown. Now, one of the skills, if you guys haven't noticed, one of these actually bypasses Megaton. Can you guys go ahead and guess which one it is? I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little, just a 1 second. Just go ahead and think about this. Which one do you guys think bypasses Megaton? Well, if you guess Time Machine, then yeah, you're right, because you apply that baby reversion, the monster turns into a baby, you get that extra turn, then you basically bypass it, and you're able to basically deny all the enemies. Now, one thing I kind of want to throw out there is that this is one of the cons for this monster, something that's bad. Unfortunately, you don't have any damaging skills, so you basically just have to mainly kind of rely on denials and also that nanovirus just dealing damage. That's about it. Now, maybe the ultimate's different, so let's go ahead and get into the ultimate. Final state removes positive from all enemies, applies a 3-turn death countdown to all enemies, and applies mega baby reversion to all enemies. Now, I actually really like that ultimate. I feel like what would have made this better if it also trade disables everybody, because you guys know there's a lot of dodge area monsters in the enemy in what's it called, in the current PvP like meta. So that I feel like that would have definitely made a big difference. Now, what I would suggest doing before you use final state is that I would suggest using this right here, baby reversion to an enemy, just so that you can kind of bypass like let's say Megaton, for example, or even dodge area, let's say, just so that you can kind of bypass dodge area as well. At least turn one of them into a baby, because if you use the AoE, the ultimate, unfortunately you won't really be able to do that and you won't really affect them. And then if you do it against a Megaton, obviously the Megaton takes it all. So Final say that's actually a pretty good ultimate though, and I did actually see the way to kind of like unlock this monster's awakening. It's really not that hard. You just have to basically time stop the enemies like 3 or 4 times, I think. I'm pretty sure it's actually 4 times. So 4 times you apply time stop to the enemies, which is I feel like pretty easy to do. Just go ahead and pair it up with any of the deniers that has time stop, for example, the time stop abilities, even maybe like a really old monster like a Rarus. But I feel like that the 2 new monsters that got reintroduced with this monster, that's part of the events board, I feel like if you obtain those, one of them, if not both of them, probably do actually provide that for you. I know that one of them, I think it's a tank or something, and then the other one has to be a denier, like a controller that could actually help you with that. So you can basically kind of spam that you know, time stop over and over again. You have CDA abilities like cooldown activation, you even have time stop like I said, and there are skills that apply like skill mirror to you, or like restore cooldown. Basically, if you guys don't know what restore and cooldown is, it basically, think of it this way. Let's say you're using a monster on your side like Grafania Iron Wings, and Grafania uses all of the skills, all of his abilities, and literally all the skills are on cooldown. Like you have to charge up until they he eventually gets all of his skills back. Well, with this, you don't have to really wait. You can literally use a skill, and the next turn Grafania will have all of his abilities, all of his skills that he can use again, but obviously you still need stamina. So if the monster still has his stamina, you don't have to worry about anything else really. Now, something that kind of bothers me, and it actually kind of caught my attention, you guys probably can't see because of my webcam. I could probably zoom out and you guys probably can see it right here. We have 60 stamina cost, we have 52 stamina cost. So these two are pretty high, and don't forget this one, 55 stamina cost. So those 3 skills are going to be pretty costly, so very expensive obviously, so you got to watch out from the stamina. At least you have an amulet and Essen. You can use both of those or either one of them to kind of like equip like a relic that will regenerate your stamina. Like for example, there's Tiny's amulet for legendary Essen, or even like Zyron's Essen as like also legendary. So one of those really, or even like one of the ancestral ones, or one of the other relics that could really help you with that. But anyways guys, so in terms of runes, I would suggest giving this monster either triple speed, or you could actually mix it around with speed and team speed. And overall, he's actually not that bad. He's actually not that bad, I would say. So I'm actually gonna see if this monster actually gets used in the current meta. Obviously, we still have monsters still dominating in the current era, or in the current meta. So I'm actually gonna I'm just gonna go ahead and wait to see how this monster actually fits in, and if players will actually start using it, because he definitely has some interesting abilities, obviously, and he kind of brings back obviously Timerion's abilities, but obviously with a more up-to-date stats, because you guys know Timerion, although as OP as he was back then during Legendary era, there weren't too many good monsters out at that time that were, that was gonna really stop him, because there was no Megatons, there was no dodge area at that time. So he was pretty OP, but now we do have those things. But then again, the stats are more up to date. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see how this actually plays out. I will say the extra turns are kind of like, it is activation bait, so you gotta be careful, because I know that the magic ancestral monster is still running down on PvP, so you gotta be careful from her. But honestly, like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and wait to see how this monster actually plays out in the current meta. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this monster, guys, and let me know if you guys have already gotten it, if you're using it, or if you are planning on obtaining it. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace out.